So open contracting is about using open data and strategic engagement of businesses and citizens to drive long-term fundamental change in public contracting. So it's about delivering real results on the ground. And where it's been working in countries, we've seen both a measurable increase in public integrity. We've seen reductions of perception of corruption being halved in public procurement. We've seen governments save hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars from better and smarter public contracts. And we've also seen an increase in fair competition amongst businesses, which means more suppliers entering the supply chain to government.
So public procurement reforms are critical to achieve value for money and to spend in an appropriate way the massive amounts of money that go through public procurement. Only by engaging on comprehensive procurement reforms can efforts like open contracting be grounded and have sustainable results in the long term. If they are part of a broader effort of improving procurement systems, getting the legal framework in place, getting the capacity build of the different public officials that have responsibilities on them, and have the engagement with the different stakeholders.
When we talk about implementing open contracting reform within government, and most especially in a challenging terrain, we have to first of all look at the character of the reformer. You need an inside reformer with a particular set of character, somebody that is not satisfied with the status quo, somebody that wants to solve people's problem, and somebody that wants to bring innovation into the system.
One of the ways that we can include citizens in planning and monitoring contracts is to make them part of the process from the start. I think it would be much more organic if they understand the process by communicating to them from the onset about processes, so that they know, okay, we plan to do this. They are part of the community, so they are able to say, well, this is not what we need at the moment, or this is better suited for us, and they can see how they can understand how it's been budgeted for, given whatever resources are available. They can see the plans that are being put in place to make sure that comes to fruition.
Open contracting really revealed the possibility for us to improve the public health services, in a sense that now we know how much does this cost, and who are the recipients of the services, and who are the suppliers, and who makes the demand in services. Before that, it was completely unknown. We only knew that, for example, annual healthcare of Ukraine, budget of Ukraine amounts to approximately 50 billion hryvnias. What we didn't really understood what consists of this money, what are the services can be procured or purchased, or what infrastructure should be renovated with this amount of money. We've seen a lot of misuse of this money before, but with open contracting philosophy implemented in the ProZorro and the Zorro systems, we now see the process openly. Everything is illuminated. They cannot hide anything anymore. So this forces them, so to speak, to create a new environment and to deliver better services, because everyone can see anything and patients can see it too, and we will hold them accountable.
In Mexico, to increase the transparency of government spending, it has been a process. We started in 2011, and I would say our biggest lesson is going step by step, not trying to publish everything at once, and don't wait until you have everything. So start publishing something, and then the users will be telling you what they want. I've seen a lot of countries asking, so nobody's using my data. So understanding and taking the time to see what they actually want, and then you'll know how to move forward and what to publish next.
Well, open contracting really needs a legal infrastructure to make it work. It needs access to information laws, it needs good procurement laws, it needs the ability for civil society to engage, it needs civic protection of individuals who want to engage and participate.
So business has an important role to play in open contracting. What's underestimated is that business often faces many of the same challenges that the public sector face. One of the most critical challenges is that actually leaders haven't focused enough attention on contracting and contracting practices. Contract management has often been viewed as an administrative activity instead of the strategic activity that it is. So I think a lot of work needs to be done on actually understanding what a contract is for and how it can benefit those who actually have to use it and those that ultimately benefit from it in the end.
Usually, when we have a multi-stakeholder approach, we have different stakeholders like government, business, civil society, who usually present different interests, and quite often these interests contradict each other. But when you put everyone at the table and they start a discussion, then in the end they find out that they all have some interests that crisscross. And this crisscrossing exactly creates a space for a dialogue. So when you find out that some of your problems are common, then you are trying to make questions, what can we do to solve the problem? And this is a key to success, because then you can create a tool which is common for each of the group and have the same goal.